Alright, we are currently on the 6.3.0 PTS for the Flames of Ambition DLC. We're going to be reviewing the, yet again, reworked set of Alkosh. And this is something we encountered during our full review of the PTS patch notes. Right? And, you know, I don't want to say it, but I said so in regards to Alkosh being way too good. And it got changed again because it was way too good. And so here we go. What changed on the PTS? It's the same 2 to 4 piece bonuses. The 5th piece bonus, however, instead of an uncapped armor shred or amount of penetration you can provide to your group as a tank, it is now capped at 3,000. Again. Or so it was so good that you had to use it for it was just so good, whether it was for 4-man or 12-man, and so easy, right? Because it is a proc set, or rather it was a proc set that wasn't uncapped. And proc sets, you know, the reasoning why they did this was to entice people to use Alkosh as, you know, stamina damage dealers or stamina DPS. But very, very, very predictably, it went to the tanks anyway, because it was a proc set, and proc sets are affected by percentage modifiers, whether it's minor berserk, champion points, debuffs on the target, major vulnerability, and you know we're seeing pre Flames of Ambition patch that tanks are hitting 7,000 armor shred, 10,000 armor shred, or ridiculous things like that at various points during the fight. So obviously they had to cap this, and this is, you know, something I said should have happened a long time ago, but you know, better late than never. It is now capped at 3,000. Now, the main question I'm sure a lot of you are going to be asking is it still useful? There's two aspects to this question that require two different answers. So, the first answer, is it still useful? Yes, absolutely. I would say Alkosh is still needed for stamina DPS compositions and magic DPS compositions, specifically for trash fights. It's still a free 3,000 pen. The second part of the question, I suppose, has to do with the functionality of it. Because when they capped it at 3,000, it is based now on the amount of weapon damage. And you might be thinking to yourself, oh, now it has to go on stamina DPS, now that's not a proc set that relies on percentage modifiers. Well, you would be wrong. It's not hard to get to this weapon damage. Like, all I have to do as a tank is slap on maybe like 400 or 500 more weapon damage to get to get the full, you know, penetration cap. Are you sacrificing, you know, a couple enchantments? Yeah, sure. But would you rather still put this on a DPS? Well, it depends on the fight still, but for the most part, no. So, again, they've kind of failed to put it on the stam DPS ultimately, which is fine, but I'm not sure what the obsession is with, you know, putting it on DPS, or trying to put it on DPS. But yeah, I would say for single target fights for next patch, as things are now on PTS week 1, considering that you can probably get to pen cap very easily next patch, especially with the new armor changes in regards to light armor, you probably don't really need Alkosh for single target fights. Kind of same as now, but even more so next patch. For trash fights, you'll probably still need Alkosh. So I wouldn't throw this away. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Alkosh. It's not a big deal of a change, and it's something that should have happened, but at the same time, it's a little too late.